Hello, everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, a man was transported to the hospital to be checked out following a truck and train collision at County Road 4719 Railroad Crossing in Hopkins County just before 10:30 a.m. Tuesday. Hopkins County Sheriff's deputies, Texas Department of Public Safety troopers, Hopkins County EMS, Cumbie Police, Hopkins County and Cumbie firefighters were dispatched to the truck train crash just north of the North I-30 service road. The back end of the black extended cab pickup truck sustained the heaviest damage from the collision, which sent the truck into a grassy area just north of the railroad tracks, and one of the truck's tires ended up into the grass in front of the truck. The truck driver was reported to have lacerations, but appeared to have no life-threatening injuries. He was reported to be alert and able to talk with emergency responders. DPS troopers are in charge of the crash investigation.
For summer 2019, Shannon Oaks Church has something different in Vacation Bible School. It's called Family Vacation Bible School, and it starts on July 15th. Let's get all the details from Children's Minister Josh Whitlock.
This year is going to be better than any other year. So Family VBS is coming up July 15th through 18th. And we got a whole bunch in store.
At Shannon Oaks.
At Shannon Oaks Church, yes ma'am.
Now this year, it is Family Vacation Bible School.
That's right. So it's a little different. So we've actually done it for 3 years now. And the reason we do Family Bible School is because we see in the Bible, specifically in Deuteronomy, that the Lord's plan is for parents to be the spiritual giants in their children's life, not the children's minister and not the kids volunteers. So our desire and effort goes into setting the parents up for success and giving them handles that they can simply apply at home to lead their children in building a relationship with Jesus. So there's really nothing like seeing the family on fire for the Lord.
You know, that's right. Traditionally, we take the kids and drop them off at Vacation Bible School.
Yeah. And I'm guilty as any of outsourcing so many things in our family. And so we just want to give the reins back to where the Lord intended them. That's right in the parents' hands.
You know, that's lovely. And a week spent together, is it evenings?
Absolutely. So it's from 5:45 p.m. until 8:15. So you got 2.5 hours, and the parents do everything with the kids. So when they go to class, the parents are right there making the crafts along with them. When they're learning the lesson, same thing. And so you don't get the, what'd you learn at VBS? Nothing, or learned about Jesus, but you actually get to engage in conversation about something you both learned.
You know, I think that would create memories that your child will remember, and when they're, listen, I know, when they're 20-something and they say, I remember when we did this, and you say, I don't remember that. But I'm glad we did it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And really this helps with when they have a memory, you're a part of it. So you have a memory too. It's not just a verbal memory, but you were there participating in it as well. So it's a huge win for the kingdom, and it's great seeing parents connect with their families.
Well, I like the idea. And so Vacation Bible School evenings at Shannon Oaks Church, July 15th through 18th.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
What will they do? What will the family do?
So it'll be $15 per family, and they can register online at ShannonOaksChurch.com. Some of the activities, in fact, we have some different things in mind. We're going to do some illusions as a part of our teaching illustrations. We have one day in particular that's just going to be a lot of special things. We're going to bring in bounce houses and water slides. The pink stand is going to have all-you-can-eat snow cones. And so those are going to be some things that just put the icing on the cake for this whole afternoon and evening event.
Okay. So the 15th through the 18th are what days of the week?
That's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Monday through Thursday.
Okay. The teachings at Shannon Oaks Church are definitely for the whole family.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and so let me tell you one more thing. On the Sunday following it, which is going to be, that'll be the 21st, we're actually going to do something different. So I'm going to have the platform for that day, and we're going to divide the whole congregation into tables, and we're going to have families sit together, and we're going to teach the Sunday sermon, just like you said, in an intentional family style. And so it's going to be something you've never seen before, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun and engaging.
Wonderful. Great ideas coming out of Shannon Oaks Church.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about your pastor.
So Pastor Eric Godwin, one of my favorite things about him is he's not afraid to put what we've always done on the altar and say, God, is this how you want us to do it? Or do you want something different? And that's really how Family VBS started, is he began to evaluate the culture and see that our culture is in dire need of change. And the church is intended to change the culture, so what was the disconnect? And through discernment, he realized that the church is weak because the family is weak. And so in order to change culture, we have to first change the family, which strengthens the church and allows the church to have influence in the culture. And so he's a paradigm shifter. He loves changing things and isn't afraid to step out of the box.
I like seeing them in town. There's always a smile on their faces.
Yep, and guess what? They just adopted their 6th child yesterday.
No kidding.
Yep, 3 biological and 3 adopted, and they just finalized it yesterday.
That is wonderful news for the Godwins. And everyone that knows it, I love seeing them at the stores. Whenever families come to Vacation Bible School at Shannon Oaks Church, and it'll be evenings, 5:45 to 8:15. Do they eat supper before they come? Are there any snacks?
That's a great question. We do not eat supper. We have some snacks. And if I may, can I tell you who it's for?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's, like we said, it's Family VBS. It is intended for the whole family to show up. I'm talking grandparents, grandmas, grandpas, uncles, aunts. So birth through 3, we have free childcare. The programming is 4-year-old through 5th grade. And, of course, the parents and the families. If you're 6th grade or older, you can either hang out with your family. I'm fine if you go through the rotations with your family, or you can volunteer and invest in Lives for Eternity. And areas to invest would be games and snacks, crafts, teaching, and, of course, our special activities. So it really is an all-family event. If you're a grandparent and your kids don't live around here, you can adopt someone and bring them along for the ride.
You know what? There's always extras to go around.
Always.
Grandparents needed, maybe?
Yep, absolutely. Bring them on.
I like what you do at Shannon Oaks Church. You have a very open, inviting manner there.
Yeah, we want people. I mean, we're sinners as well. All of us know that we're saved by the grace of God. It's not of our own works. And so who are we to judge? We want people to come as they are, and we expect ourselves and those people to grow as we build a relationship with Christ. And it's Christ who changes us from the inside out. And so we intend to be welcoming and share the love of Christ with all who enter in. In
Sulphur Springs and in our community, Shannon Oaks does many things. I mean, you just got done hosting the hot air balloon weekend.
Yes. Oh, it was phenomenal. Yes.
And the ice cream contest.
Likewise, phenomenal. Yes, it was incredible.
And that brings blessings to the church and also exposure from other people. There are people who are looking for someplace they like and that likes them.
Yes, and we're blessed in Sulphur Springs to have a multitude of churches who love to focus on the flock, those congregation people, and also look into the community. We're blessed with such great churches in this area.
I know you personally like to be involved in the community.
I love to, yes ma'am. Yeah.
You'll meet a lot of folks at Shannon Oaks just that way. Well, on your Vacation Bible School for the family, the main difference I see that stands out is the charge of $15.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's very minimal. Think about anything else that you would go do.
That's right. Yeah, and not just so. One of our reasons is we give some prizes and things away, and so there's a T-shirt, a free T-shirt. Okay. We call it free. There's a T-shirt that comes with the $15. There's also a Splash Kingdom pass for every kid that comes, and so that kind of offsets our costs by. We definitely don't make a profit on anything, but we want to be able to give you something that you can take home and continue the family involvement after VBS ends. And so we feel Splash Kingdom is a great win.
Tell us how you came to be here, Josh.
So I used to live in the Metroplex, my wife and I, and we had just had our 2nd child. We adopted our 1st and had our 2nd, and we were in a position where we were able to pick up and plant roots somewhere else. We actually followed my in-laws. We feel that their investment, back to the family, their investment is key in our kids' lives. And they planted roots at Sulphur Springs, and when we came and visited, there was not a second doubt in our head. We wanted this to be home. We wanted our kids to grow up here.
I'm so glad you found us.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Because you are adding a lot to our community. You have a beautiful sanctuary. I haven't been there when church is going on. Is it full? I mean, do you have a lot of congregation?
There's always room for more, but we do our best to make people comfortable. Hospitality is on our radar for sure. So you can expect a smiling face, a handshake, some coffee if that's what you like. And there's always going to be a seat for you and your family. So, yeah, you can come and join. We have services on Sunday at 10 o'clock.
I like that little coffee nook that you have there in your foyer. And what about Sunday school?
So there's options of Sunday school. It starts at 9 o'clock for an adult class. There's actually a women's class and then just a general adult class. And then the youth have a Bible study. That also starts at 9 o'clock. And that's phenomenal. That's led by Kerry Allen, and he does such a great job. And the children's Bible study starts at 10 o'clock with the rest of the church.
Okay. Shannon Oaks Church, and it's under the beautiful oak trees.
That's right. That's right.
Along the interstate, kind of a neighbor to us here.
Yes, it is. Just down the road off Shannon Road East.
So if you didn't go to the Hot Air Balloons of Dairy Festival or the ice cream contest, you can still easily find it. There's a nice long drive to come back to the parking area in the back. But this morning's, and we want to invite you to Shannon Oaks. What position do you serve there?
So I serve as the children's minister. Okay. Just want to love on people and really provide for parents so that they can be the spiritual primary investors in their kids' lives.
What about music there?
So Abby Tips leads our worship time, and she's phenomenal. She's got a heart for the Lord, for sure, and she's a great leader of leaders, and so she has a lot of people underneath her that love the Lord and have extraordinary talent. I mean, second to none. They're incredible.
And tell us once again, before our time runs out,
yes, ma'am,
about the Family Vacation Bible School.
So you don't want to miss out. Parents, this is a great opportunity to connect with your kids and to connect with the Lord on July 15th through 18th at 5:45 to 8:15, Shannon Oaks Church.
Okay. Different this from other Bible schools in a sense of the word, and you'll get the benefit from that.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Josh, for coming to tell us today.
Thank you, Nola. It's going to be a great day.
And for all you do at Shannon Oaks.
In sports, this is the second week of the Edge Conditioning Program being held at the Sulphur Springs High School Multipurpose Building. And Bruce Silman, an assistant football coach helping to put on the Edge, said he felt like attendance was up a little bit this week over last week. The program continues Mondays through Thursdays through July 18th. High school athletes attend Edge from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. each day, while middle school athletes are there from 9:30 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. each day. Each group also has 30 minutes of skill work after the Edge. And that's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for watching, and so long, everybody.